If you want to learn how you can live better with Pmdd, this podcast was created for you. This is Mindfulness for Pmdd with Diane. I'm Diane, and I'm a registered dietitian and lactation consultant. I'm also a mom, a Pmdd warrior, and a trauma-informed mindfulness teacher. And this is where I discuss topics related to Pmdd through the lens of mindfulness and meditation, and where I share all about how mindfulness has gotten me to a place of greater peace and acceptance with my Pmdd. I also chat with people who have helped and inspired me along the way, so they can share their wisdom with you too. So let's get started. The following is a mindfulness exercise or meditation. So if you're driving or otherwise distracted, I invite you to save it for a time when you can find yourself a moment of comfortable stillness and practice safely. If now's that time, let's get started. Hi, friend. Pmdd makes us more sensitive to stressors, which can make us feel a sense of overwhelm or being out of control, among other symptoms. This is a mindful moment that can be useful when you're feeling overwhelmed, but it can also be used when you are transitioning from one activity to another as a sort of mind reset, or when you're having to work through some luteal phase brain fog or other cognitive symptoms like forgetfulness, trouble concentrating, or, like for me, I often have difficulty understanding what I'm trying to read in the luteal phase. So this mindful moment can be a nice brain break. I also like this one because it can be very short and it can be done almost anytime, anywhere. So I might do this one in my car before or after running errands, or while waiting for my son to get out of school. You could also do this one in a doctor's office or before tucking into a meal. So this one is called the STOP exercise, and it's an acronym where S stands for stop what you're doing, T stands for take a breath or a few breaths, O stands for observe and notice what's going on in your body, your thoughts, your feelings, or looking around and noticing your surroundings. And P stands for proceed. So if you like, I invite you to join me in this exercise now. So together, let's stop and take a moment to find some comfortable stillness. When you're ready, and if it feels safe and comfortable for you, I invite you to take a breath in and then a long, slow breath out. That's great. Closing your eyes now, or if you'd prefer, keeping your eyes open and just lowering your gaze to rest on a single spot in front of you. And bringing your awareness inward, I can invite you to see if you notice what's happening inside your body. You might like to scan your body and notice any sensations you find. Perhaps you might tune into the breath and, without trying to change or control it, just observe the breath. If you find any thoughts or feelings coming up, I invite you to see if you can just acknowledge them without judgment. Perhaps thanking your brain for doing what it's designed to do and trying to protect you. And if it helps, you can even try placing a hand over your heart and just bringing your attention there. I'll give you a couple moments to play around here. Now, opening the eyes if they were closed, I invite you to observe your surroundings. What colors can you see? Can you notice light, shade, patterns? Can you notice any sounds around in a neutral way without feeling they are good or bad? Do you notice any smells? And finally, can you tune into the surface beneath you? Perhaps the chair you are seated on, or the floor or the ground beneath your feet. I'll give you another couple moments here. And when you're ready, I invite you to begin to expand your attention and slowly come back to proceed with your day. Well done. Thank you for joining me in this mindful moment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked the show, please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. For links to everything mentioned in this episode, you can check out the show notes. And you can find me, Diane de Jesus, on Instagram at Mindfulness for Pmdd. Now, I invite you to pause, take a breath, and look around.